Huerta at 92 is traveling throughout the United States to help support candidates, to make sure that we have in a better life, in a better system of equity in the United States. But she's always had this interest in the Coachella Valley since we walked out on strike. I was a teenager when I became the president of the striking committee, a school dropout, and when Dolores, Cesar, Larry Idrion, and Pete Velasco from the Filipino organization came, I had the chance to meet these great people that came, but it was Dolores who I could identify because she was a woman. And as a campesina and a school dropout, I didn't know that I could also do something different in my life. I remember looking at my arms or my hands, and I had no idea how to get out of that poverty. Eventually someone helped me and I went back to school, became a teacher, went for my master's, but I learned an important lesson, which is we see life the way that we should, with a responsibility, a moral responsibility to help the people around us, especially those people that fight for equity, civil rights, women's rights, everything that has to do with uplifting our communities. Dolores, at 92, continues that struggle. The struggle for civil rights, for women's rights, for gay rights, anything that has to do with the environment. I spoke to Dolores yesterday, and we were talking about the local races, and she endorsed Aurora Silva, who's over there, who's COT trustee. She endorsed Steven Hernandez. We went over some of the ideas that we had for our community. And it is important for us to remember, I know the women that came when she was young, and when we would run inside the fields to talk to people, she would be with us. She was not a leader that felt, that was different than the rest of us. Dolores has always had that interest in making sure that we as a community advance, that we as a group of human beings see each other as brothers and sisters, not as enemies. Dolores gave me my voice. Dolores did that for a lot of us in the Coachella Valley. We were the pioneers walking out, and we remember the time at the park when they had, we were just standing there and there was gas used against us because we were from the Farm Workers Union. So we're talking about united with a poem, and sometimes when poems are read about the farm workers, I remember my family, how we traveled throughout California, being the farm workers, picking whatever it was in season, living in the car, in the station wagon, or in tents, or whatever it was that we needed to survive. But we can reach out, all of us, to see how we can help one another. It is important for us to make sure that the message of Doloros Huerta never dies, that we continue the work that she started and the work that was essential for this farm worker to see a different life. I thank you in her honor, in her name.